Hey, welcome back. Today, we are diving into something that sounds a little boring, but I promise you it's not. We're talking about where you actually park your money for the future. And this one choice, it can seriously be the difference between a future where you're set and one where you get hit with a massive, unexpected tax bill. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's just start with this bombshell of a statement. This isn't just some random number. It points to a huge collective blind spot in how we're all planning for our financial lives. A tax trap that's about to spring? Yeah, that sounds pretty serious. So we've got to figure out exactly what that means. And wow, this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at that, 90%. A staggering 90% of the average person's long-term savings is piled into that single pay tax later bucket. Relying on just one strategy like that, well, it's kind of like building a house using only wood. It might look strong today, but it gives you zero flexibility when the storms come. And in this case, the storms are future tax changes. So what's the fix? Well, we need a way simpler way to think about all this stuff. So we're going to break down your entire financial world into just 3 different storage units. This simple idea is the absolute key to understanding how to protect your money. Yeah, let's just forget all the jargon for a minute. Capital gains, taxable events, all that. Instead, just imagine you've got some really valuable stuff you need to put into storage. You've got 3 different facilities to choose from, and here's the twist. Each one charges you in a totally different way. The one you pick is going to determine how much of your own stuff you actually get to keep in the end. So here's our game plan. We've got the pay-as-you-go unit, where you're paying a little bit all the time. Then you have the big exit toll unit, the one where 90% of people are currently stuck. And finally, we've got the VIP room, which you'll see plays by a whole different set of rules. Let's break them down one by one. First up, let's talk about the most straightforward option of the bunch, the pay-as-you-go unit. This is your taxable bucket, and really, it works exactly like it sounds. So with this storage unit, you're basically just paying rent every single year on the space your stuff is taking up. In financial terms, this just means any growth your investments make, think dividends, interest, it gets taxed that year. It's predictable for sure, but it is constant. So what's the deal with this one? Well, it's all about the trade-off. The huge pro is flexibility. You can get your money out whenever you need it, no questions asked, no penalties. But the con, that's something called tax drag. Those little annual taxes act like a slow, constant leak in your bucket, always draining away a little bit of your growth and really slowing down the magic of compounding over time. All right, let's move on to unit number 2, the exit toll. Now, you're going to want to pay close attention here because this is the one where most of America has parked nearly everything they have for the future. The appeal here is so obvious. It feels free, you put your money in, it grows, it compounds, no tax leaks at all while it's in there. But, and this is a huge but, it is not a free ride. When you're finally ready to take your money out, say in retirement, you slam right into this massive toll booth at the exit. And you have to pay taxes on everything you pull out, your original money and all those years of growth. Right, so these are the accounts we all know and hear about. Your 401k at work, a traditional IRA. They feel great because they give you that nice tax deduction today. But what you're really doing is making a big bet. You're betting that tax rates are going to be lower for you in the future when you finally have to start paying that giant exit toll. And honestly, that's a huge gamble to take. After seeing the downsides of the first 2 units, you kind of have to wonder, right? Is there a better way? Is there some kind of financial cheat code out there that gives you the best deal? And that, my friends, brings us to our final storage unit. This isn't just another option. This is the pro-level strategy. So welcome to the VIP room. This is your tax-free bucket. Think of this one like an exclusive club. You pay a one-time cover charge at the door, meaning you put in money that you've already paid taxes on. But once you're inside, everything is on the house. Your money grows completely, 100% tax-free, and when you go to take it out years later, there is zero exit toll. It is all yours forever. These accounts are your Roth IRA, or Roth 401k, and the key idea here is that you are making a deliberate strategic choice. You're choosing to pay the taxes now at today's known rates in exchange for the absolute guarantee of tax-free money down the road. You're literally locking in your tax rate today and taking all that future uncertainty right off the table. Okay, so we've got our 3 units, the leaky pay-as-you-go, the massive exit toll, and the exclusive VIP room. The real pro move here isn't to try and pick one winner. The secret is learning how to use all three of them together. And this table just lays it out perfectly. You can pay tax now, you can pay tax later, or you can pay tax upfront and then never again on the growth. Each one has a job, right? Taxable accounts are great for short-term goals, tax-deferred for that long-term uninterrupted growth, and tax-free, well, that's for locking in your tax rates and giving yourself some peace of mind. And this is what we're aiming for, a balanced strategy. Instead of having 90% of your money stuck in that one later bucket, you strategically spread your resources across all three. This is called tax diversification, and it gives you the ultimate flexibility in the future to control your tax bill no matter what happens with the tax laws. So, the most important takeaway here is that this isn't just a numbers game. It's not about who can build the biggest pile of money. This is about being a smart steward of the resources you actually have. It's about being intentional and designing a financial future that actually works for your goals instead of just letting it happen by default. So, what's your small win for today? Super simple. Just take a quick look at your own accounts, your savings, your 401k, any other investments you have. For each one, figure out which bucket it's in. Is it a now, a later, or a never bucket? Then just ask yourself that final critical question. Am I diversified? Or am I, like most people, just walking straight toward that one giant exit toll? Answering that question for yourself, that's the first step to taking back control.